let's not call it physician-assisted suicide, please, because it's not suicide. We're talking about people who are terminally ill in absolutely mind-altering pain, who are making a decision to speed their death, which is the inevitable consequence of their fatal illness.
The language is interesting there,
yeah,
right? How they chose to phrase it.
I mean, I will not call it suicide because I don't think we're talking about suicide. We're talking about people who are terminally ill, speeding up a natural process. Where instead of extenuating their dying by artificial means, we're going to allow people to die when it is their time. I don't have a problem with that. I also don't have a problem, frankly, with the Catholic Church saying that that is in opposition to their teachings. I am just as concerned as Archbishop Smith that people shouldn't be hurried into a premature grave. Nobody should feel pressured, and that, you know, that people, this has to be about individual rights and individual choice. Here is the problem. This isn't just like some religious group saying that these are their religious principles. Covenant Health runs a parallel healthcare system in this province. They run the Misericordia Hospital and the Grey Nuns Hospital in Edmonton, and they run the palliative care program at the General Hospital. On their watch, people are dying all the time. And if the Archbishop and the bishops are saying that Covenant Health is not going to follow the Supreme Court of Canada ruling and they're not going to follow the law of the land, I'm sorry, that is not tenable. I mean, and I think it raises a really important question about why we still have a parallel Catholic healthcare system in this province. It's one thing to say that Catholic education is protected by the Alberta Act and the Constitution. There is no such constitutional protection for a parallel healthcare system for which we pay double. I mean, we pay all the administrators and the board members and, you know, Ed Stelmack, who's the new head of Covenant Health. I mean, we're paying everybody's salaries and honoraria to have a duplicate system to administer Catholic hospitals. If Catholic hospitals are not going to follow the law of the land, then I think it's really time to ask, why are we doing this?
Well, and it seems to
And
obviously...
I was going to say ditto. I completely agree. And it bothers me, but they get tax dollars. If you're part of a government system, you got to follow the law. We go back to this conscience rights. It was raised in 2012 and before, dealing with same-sex marriage. You know, you had Klein as well saying that we should allow marriage commissioners the right to opt out of performing the ceremonies. No, if you're actually licensed by the province to deal with a government-regulated and a court-protected right, you got to provide that right. You just can't opt out of it. And same thing here. Yes, people, it's an end-of-life issue. It's a lot more maybe sensitive in some ways than same-sex marriage, but ultimately it's about rights and it's about the courts making decisions. We live in a society that should not be governed by religious dictates.